Today on the Bitcoin 5, SATA's daily dividends, BlackRock's Bitcoin Income ETF, today's impending FOMC meeting, the very latest on the U.S Iran peace deal, and the Bitcoin Elon Musk challenge. Let's go. Before the stories, the Bitcoin price check. Current price, $64,640, grinding sideways in the short term, up a modest less than 1% over the past 4 days. But the 4-week view tells a different story, down 16.4% from about $77,300. The real winner here is anyone with a 4-year time horizon. BTC is up 216.7% from about $20,400. A powerful reminder that Bitcoin rewards patience over panic. Story 1. Strive's SATA just became the first company in history to launch daily dividend payments, marking a major milestone in Bitcoin-backed financial products. The Treasury company is pioneering a new model of constant capital returns to shareholders enabled by its Bitcoin-focused strategy. The innovation doesn't stop there. Strive continues aggressively accumulating Bitcoin, with estimates suggesting the company purchased over 249 Bitcoin. Story 2. BlackRock's Bitcoin Income ETF has begun trading on Nasdaq, marking another major step in the institutionalization of Bitcoin. Unlike a simple spot Bitcoin ETF, this product is designed to generate income by holding Bitcoin exposure and writing covered call options, primarily on IBIT shares. That means investors get Bitcoin-linked exposure, but with an income strategy layered on top. The trade-off is important. The fund may generate monthly premium income, but it can also cap some upside if Bitcoin rallies hard. The signal is bigger than one ETF. BlackRock is now moving beyond basic Bitcoin access and into structured Bitcoin products, turning Bitcoin volatility itself into a yield-generating asset class. Story 3. Today's FOMC meeting is the first under new Federal Reserve Chair Kevin Warsh, and for Bitcoin, the rate decision may be less important than the language around it. Markets widely expect the Fed to hold rates steady in the 3.5% to 3.8% range, so the real focus is Warsh's first press conference, the dot plot, and whether the Fed sounds neutral, hawkish, or quietly dovish. If Warsh signals patience and acknowledges easing inflation pressures from falling oil, that could support risk assets and give Bitcoin room to push higher. But if the Fed removes its easing bias and hints that rates may stay higher for longer, Bitcoin could remain capped in the short term. Story 3. The U.S Iran peace deal is no longer being treated as a clean risk-on catalyst. Trump has now made clear that the agreement is not final, describing it as a memorandum of understanding rather than a completed settlement. He also warned that if he does not like the final terms, the US could go straight back to military action. That matters for Bitcoin because the original rally was driven by de-escalation hopes, lower oil, lower inflation pressure, stronger equities, and renewed appetite for risk. But if the deal starts to look fragile, the market may reprice geopolitical risk quickly. The Strait of Hormuz is the key pressure point. Trump said the strait is already partially open and could be fully open within days, while reports suggest shipping traffic is expected to increase gradually as the ceasefire process develops. Oil has already fallen back toward the low 70s to low 80s range depending on the benchmark, easing one of the biggest inflation fears from the conflict. For Bitcoin, this is a hidden liquidity story. Lower oil reduces inflation pressure reduces the need for aggressive Fed policy, and easier financial conditions are normally supportive for scarce, non-sovereign assets like Bitcoin. Story 5. Bitcoin Magazine directly challenged Elon Musk on social media, asking when Tesla will resume accepting Bitcoin payments and whether SpaceX will begin transacting in BTC. The question comes as SpaceX shares trade at premium valuations following the company's latest developments, while Bitcoin sits 16% below its price from 4 weeks ago. The inquiry taps into a long-standing point of frustration in the Bitcoin community. Tesla briefly accepted Bitcoin payments in early 2021 before Musk suspended the program, citing environmental concerns about mining energy use. Since then, Bitcoin mining has dramatically increased its renewable energy mix, with many operations now utilizing stranded or waste energy sources. SpaceX has never officially transacted in Bitcoin, though the company reportedly holds BTC on its balance sheet. With regulatory clarity improving under the current administration and Musk's companies increasingly intertwined with government operations, the timing for Bitcoin payments integration may be more favorable than in years past. That's today's Bitcoin 5. Let me know your favourite story from today in the comments below, and subscribe now so tomorrow's update lands directly in your feed. I'll see you tomorrow.